Alright, you guys, it's your best average gamer here again with another Sorc build on ESO. This is called the Summons Proc build. This is very similar to my Procs and Dots build, but instead of using Dots on this build, we're going to use Summons. We're going to start off, I'm going to kind of show you guys my stats. These are my stats here. We are using food. The food I'm using right now is the crown food. It's pretty expensive, so if you can't use this or you don't have this, just use anything that's gonna give you health and magicka. If you can find something that's gonna give you all three, even better. But if not, no worries. On this set, we're gonna do the Icy Conjuror on our front hand. The reason that we're doing this is because even though we're doing a summons build, we are going for straight damage. The summons on this build is gonna be used more as a kiting and survivability rather than just doing your damage for you like that most people do, or people do in PvE most of the time. So we're still trying to target single people, and this is great because it does 25k damage over 10 seconds, and that's what we want to apply. We want to apply this as much as we can, and the best way to apply this is to make sure that you get the Icy Conjuror Inferno staff, because the Inferno staff will actually proc the Icy Conjuror right there. See how it came out of me? That it gets procced by this burn effect that the staff gives you. So if you can proc, see how much I proc that, it literally it is just so good. It does so much damage, so we're gonna try to proc that as much as possible. On our back bar, we're gonna use Potentates, because again, this is a Battlegrounds build, so we're not gonna be using this in Cyrodiil. And the reason this is good is because it reduces the damage you take, so when you switch to your back bar to heal and do all of your heals and buffs and stuff, you actually take less damage. So that's what we're trying to accomplish there. Now I use the Valkyn Skoria set because this will proc off of the Icy Conjuror. So the Icy Conjuror is only gonna proc this every now and then. It's not gonna proc it near as much as my Procs and Dots set. So if you want to run something that does more damage, like maybe Grothdar, or you could run Bloodspawn to get like extra tanky. This tankiness is really helpful. But there's a lot of monster sets. I like Skoria, it's my favorite. Grothdar, it does a lot of damage too. You just have to get right up on them. But there's also you could use there's another summons monster set. It's called I want to say it's called like Moz. That's what it's called. It's called Moz, and it's actually really good. So actually, you know what, if you can get Moz, that's what I would recommend for this, other than the Skoria, if you don't want to run it, just because it is kind of a summons build, and Moz gives you another summon. So if you don't want to run the Skoria, run Moz. We're gonna run Julianaos like as our third set. This gives us a bunch of spell crit. That's basically all it's there for, is for extra damage. As you can see, I'm running one heavy as my chest and medium on my legs. That's because I have the Undaunted passives, and I'll go ahead and jump into that real quick, just because I'm kind of done showing you guys my my gear. I run the Icy Conjuror, Julianaos, and Valkyn Skoria, and if you don't want to run Skoria, I would recommend Moz. Yeah, you want to make sure you're impenetrable on all of these. Impenetrable is going to give you more resistances, but I'll go ahead and show you this Undaunted thing I was talking about. The Undaunted build is kind of hard to get to because it takes a really long time to get to level 10, and this is why you want it, is for this right here. It gives you 2% to your max health, stamina, and magicka for each type of armor you're wearing. So that's why I was wearing 1 heavy, 1 medium, and 1 light. Or not 1 light, I have like 4 lights on, but 1 of each to give me that 6% overall. That's really helpful. If you can't run that, just run all light gear so you can run all the light gear passives until you can get that. But to start off, we're going to talk about our front bar. Our front bar, we're going to run Crushing Shock. This is going to be our spam. We want to do this morph because it interrupts people. So people who are trying to cast at you or dive on you, you can stun them and interrupt them constantly. So that's really good. We're gonna do the clan fear on this one. This guy's awesome. He does a lot of damage. He's super tanky. He has a special ability that does AoE damage that you can apply. So he basically just stays up all the time and does a whole bunch of damage. And you're just going to kind of kite around him and let him annoy people for you. If you don't want to run this guy, you can run the other summon on this. They're both pretty good. But on this one, you're definitely going to want to run this summon. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You're going to want to run this this morph on this summon because it gives you a huge heal. So when this is up, you can spam this heal as much as you want. It gives you more health, it gives you more magicka, and you can literally just sit here and spam this and it just heals you over and over again. And this is on your attack bar too, so you're attacking and you just have this heal all the time. Our next spell is Streak. Streak allows you to jump through people. And everybody that you go through, you will stun. So this is really good. If people dive on you, you can dive right out and stun them. If you want to use this as an engage, you can use that as an engage. You can jump on people. So this is actually one of my favorite Sorc spells overall. It's like, seriously, it's awesome. It's my favorite stun in the game. Crystal Frags is gonna be our proc. Actually, you know what? I didn't mean to have that on. We're gonna use Mage's Wrath on this set. So Mage's Wrath is really good because this applies a dot and it's gonna let our Skoria get activated even more. So we're definitely gonna want to run this. Basically, what you do with this is that you apply it to the person, and as you're attacking, it doesn't do anything until they get to 20% damage. So once they get to 20%, you'll kind of just see them pop. See how that pops? That's your finisher. So that's going to be your finisher. It does a lot of damage, and as you can see, it also procced my meteor, just like I was talking about. So that's what you wanted to do. So that's going to be your front bar. I'm sorry, I actually had that crystal frag set up because I'm making this video right after I did my Dots and Procs video, and I just still had that kind of set up from the last video. On this back bar, you're going to want to run Rapid Regeneration. Rapid Regeneration is really good because it heals you almost 20k over 5 seconds. I like this one more for Battlegrounds because it heals you significantly faster than the other morph. The other morph is really good if you're going to be running in Cyrodiil, or if you really just want to help your homies out in Battlegrounds, because it'll heal all 4 of you guys in Battlegrounds. So if you are in Battlegrounds and you just want to make sure you're healing all your homies in there, you can run that second morph. But I like this one to keep me alive all the time. I guess that's kind of selfish, but whatever. So now we're going to talk about our shield. This is our damage shield. This comes from this comes from the light armor set right here. You're gonna want to use this because it gives you the highest shield out of any of the other shields, but it also gives you magicka as you're taking damage. So when it's on and you're taking damage, it actually will replenish your magicka, which is perfect for casting builds. And then I keep this guy on my back bar too, so that way when I'm switching back and forth, I don't lose my heal. I do not keep my tank on both sides just because he's easier to pop up and stuff. She's just got to be around so that way I can always heal. So that's your third skill on the resto staff side. And the fourth skill is going to be Boundless Storm. Boundless Storm is going to be one of your buffs, and Boundless Storm and Critical Surge, the last two, are both buffs, and they're essential for being a Sorc. If you're not running Boundless Storm and Critical Surge on a Sorc, you're just not doing it right if you're doing Magicka builds. This gives you major resolve, it increases your physical resistances, it increases your movement speed, it applies some shock damage, not much, but a little bit, and then this one, same thing, increases your weapon damage, increases your spell damage, gives you more critical heals, all this stuff is just buffs that you need to have on all the time. And then for the ultis, I have ulti the same on my both sides. This basically drops down like Meteor, and it does a bunch of damage, stuns everybody that it hits, and then it just kind of attacks a solo person and does a bunch of damage. I use this guy to kite around like we're going to do on both the summons that I have on this build, so he's really important for this build. If you have problems staying alive though in Battlegrounds, I would recommend using this ability right here as your ultimate, because that way whenever you switch to your back bar to do heals, you can switch, you can throw this up, you have this heal, you have this heal, and then you can literally ult also and have another heal. So it just gives you so much healing that if you are just in a bad situation, you can switch to your back bar, you can throw your shields up, and you literally have 3 different heals. That's just a little too much tank for me, so I like to have my ulti on this side too, so I can ult whenever I want. If I'm healing, I can still stun, stuff like that. I'm going to kind of show you my rotation now, just because I'm here at my dummy anyways. This is a Battlegrounds rotation, so then the DPS we're looking for is 15k. As long as it's above 15k, you're going to do really good in Battlegrounds. So as long as I can keep it above that, we're doing great. I didn't mean to summon him. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to buff up, and then we're going to, wow, my ping is 650. I actually am going to pause the game, or pause my thing real quick and fix my ping, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys. Give me just a second. Alright, my ping is still pretty high here, but I don't feel like waiting on my Wi-Fi to work itself out, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys this real quick. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to buff up. Once we buff up, we're going to switch bars, and we're going to get all of our summons out. And since ulti is part of rotation, we're going to start with ulti, and then we're going to start with a light attack to apply our Icy Conjure. You see how that went out. And then we're basically just going to go between our light attack and our spam until they get all the way to 20%. So this is a really easy set, because all you do is use 2 things and then you're done. As you can see right there, I got 22 or 21k, so that's really not that bad. I'll do one more rotation to see if I can get it a little bit higher, just because I feel like I can get to like around 24, 25 with this one. And on my last build video, I got 22k, and I left it there, but I feel like people really want to see it get higher. So on this video, I am going to do one more rotation here, just to try to get it up a little bit higher. Alright, my ping is still kind of high, but we're just going to test this out here because I don't feel like we're... Alright, here we go.
This is not what I was built for.
Like I said, as long as we get above 15k, we're fine. And we were at 24k right there. So a little bit higher than my dots and procs one. My dots and procs one normally puts out more damage, but on that build video, I was just on my rotations right there. But this is another really good build of mine. So if you want to use it, it's fun. Thanks for watching again, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like for me. I appreciate all the views.